Yep. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for having me. I've got my Sammy's friend's adopted cat here who's going to be presenting with me today. So I apologize if she's in the way. So like Bob and Susan said, I'm Paul Cummings. I'm the Nevada County Office of Emergency Services Program Manager, so the County Emergency Manager. And I'll try to go quick because I know we're running short on time. I do want to reiterate the Ready Nevada County dashboard. That is a new tool. We ask you all to go out and explore and try out all the different pages. Let us know what we need to improve upon, and we're certainly open to your feedback. You can email us directly, or you can pass that up through Susan and Bob. They were very helpful in creating that tool, so thank you. I want to touch on the evacuation tag program really quickly. You can come by. There's numerous fire stations in the county that are offering the evacuation tags, but if you haven't seen them, it's a tag that you can put on your mailbox or your door, alerting law enforcement to the fact that you've evacuated, and that just saves them the time of having to come down and knock on your door and go down your driveway. So those tags are available. There's more information at readynevadacounty.org. You can call 211 to get information about where those are located, but I just recommend checking in with our office or going to your local fire station, and we can help provide you with that. We will have a Code Red Nixle test coming up on August 12th, which is next week. So I know it's been said here numerous times to sign up for Code Red. I do want to say that while Code Red is a tool, it's not the tool. It's one of the many tools that we'll use to notify you of a wildfire and the fact that you need to evacuate. Susan Rogers did mention that I think later on we're going to play a high-low video, so we'll touch on that. But you know, having your 5 that you can rely on to give you information, trusted news sources like KNCO, KVMR, Ubinet, the high-low siren, and the Code Red notification are all ways to be notified. So sign up for Code Red August 12th. This will be a countywide test. We're going to start with District 1, and then we're going to go District 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going to be an all-day-long test. So if you don't get notified first thing in the morning, wait until the end of the day. If you know you've signed up for Code Red, but you didn't get the message, we're asking the public to please wait until the following day to contact our office, and we can try to troubleshoot your account and figure out why you weren't notified. I'm not sure if it's been said tonight, so I'll just touch on quickly how you can sign up for Code Red if you've not signed up. The preferred method is to go to readynevadacounty.org, follow the instructions, and sign up for a managed account. This allows you to have a username and a password, and that way you can control and be for sure put your own eyes on the fact that you've been signed up. You can put as many phone numbers and emails in there as you want. And then as a reminder, Code Red is an opt-in system. So reverse 911 just calls landlines as reversing 911. But Code Red is going to give you a text message, a phone call, and an email. And so having this managed account lets you make sure that all that information is correct. You can also call 211 and they'll sign you up there on the spot. But then that way, in that method though, you don't have the managed account where you can make changes.
So if I may say something about the August 12th test, because I know that you got some public feedback last time with people saying, well, gee, if it takes all day, then how is that going to work in an emergency?
That's a great question. Thank you.
Why don't you go ahead and address that? You can probably better than me.
Yeah, so we have 100,000 people in Nevada County, and some of them are signed up for Nixle, which is up the hill in Truckee, and we are doing a Nixle test the same day as the Code Red test. But we have about 26,000 people signed up for Code Red. So normally when we do an evacuation, if we're going to evacuate, like say Lake Wildwood, there's 5,000 people in Lake Wildwood. We're going to, even if we evacuated all of them, we would quickly be able to map the area and get that message to them, no problem. But if we're trying to send a Code Red message to 26 or 30,000 people all at once, our telephone infrastructure can't handle it. So they do what's called throttling when we send a message to the entire county, where they meter that test out over many hours to make sure that it actually goes through. Because Code Red can provide us with statistics afterwards where we can see whether it actually was answered by a live person, by a voicemail, or if it just rang and rang and rang. And it helps us find efficiencies and also purge the system vault numbers. So that's a great thing to point out, Susan. Code Red is a great system. You can rely on it when it's meant to evacuate your area. It's just not something that can be used countywide all at once. And so that's
Right.
why
And it won't take all day in a real emergency because you only
it
use
won't.
it in the location of where the fire is.
That's right. The very small population that's going to be evacuated will all get that information directly once we send that out. So stepping away from Code Red for a minute, the last big topic I had was Jen Tamo passed this along to me that there is a free green waste disposal opportunity at the McCourtney Road Transfer Station, August 17th and the 24th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And so I know this is coming on the heels of the free green waste drop off that we had, which by the way, we collected like over 5,000 tons of green waste, which is, I did the math and a little Googling, half the weight of a US Navy destroyer in green waste that we collected.
Very good.
So
Could you give us the dates and times again, please?
yeah, free green waste disposal, McCourtney Road Transfer Station, August 17th and 24th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Thank you. I'll put that in the chat.
Yep. That's it, Susan. I wanted to go quick because I know we're short on time, and then I can talk about high-low if we want to do that as well.
I think the important thing is to make people aware that the high-low siren means that we're evacuating your neighborhood. This isn't a warning for somebody else. It's a warning for you. You hear the high-low siren, you're already too late. Get out.
It means one thing: evacuate.
Evacuate. And then the other thing was the tags. We now have the tags so that you can hang them on your address sign so that law enforcement knows that you have evacuated and they will not spend the time walking down your 200-foot driveway to bang on your door to try to wake you up. It saves a tremendous amount of time for law enforcement with those tags hanging on your address sign. Yep. So thanks very much, Paul. I appreciate your time and all the work that you've done.